Hey everybody, back for part two. Just covered the jewelry. Moving on. The lady had a yard sale, and the tools, she had a little bit of tools, a little shoebox of tools, which really stuck out because her sale is mostly house goods and clothes. Nothing too good. But she had a box of tools. I asked her how much the tools were. She said 50 cents a piece, anything in a box. Well, so here's a Mac, little 3/8 breaker bar for 50 cents. Whole set of Allen wrenches. Looks like they've never been used. There's a snap-on wrench. Again, maybe a little bit of use. Nice drill bit. Brand new snap-on socket, and an old-timer old Mac ratchet for like I said, 50 cents a piece. Can't beat that. Got a box of 25 ammo for $5. Just make a nice little display. Nutcracker, I've had these before. They sell well. What makes this one different is that it's got the original box, which really helps it in a Nutcracker collector. Got some razors. Well, got an empty box for a razor and a little travel razor. This is a Gillette Junior. There it is. Got some age on it, probably early 1900s. That was 5 in a box. Empty box was 1. Lots of razor guys that like razors out there, and should do well. We'll clean that up a little bit. I've never seen one with this box before. Could be a good selling point. Got a whole box of jewelry for 25 bucks. Not jewelry, whole box of perfumes for 25 bucks. A lot of these Avon ones are no good. However, got this old Ambush cologne in there. That'll probably bring 25 by itself. And a bunch of miscellaneous ones in there. We'll sell those individually. Should do well with that. These are shoes, believe it or not. Geisha girl shoes. They wore these under their robes. Gave them a little more height. Some of the first elevator shoes, I guess you could say. Nice mother of pearl inlays, and which makes me, that was abalone for the pendant. But nice mother of pearl inlay all over the piece. Got some wear, but they look like they were actually used. You can tell by the wear on the straps there. Cool pieces. The guy was a World War II vet, pilot, flew during World War II. They were clearing out the rest of his estate. I would love to see what the family kept. They said he had all kinds of weapons, swords, just probably some incredible stuff if this is what they're parting with. Gives me hope that, what do they call it, the greatest samurai sword ever made, the Hondo Masanume sword. It's been missing ever since the end of World War II. Gives me hope. I think that's sitting in somebody's basement or attic somewhere, just forgotten, just like this guy's stuff. And the people just have no idea what they may have. I think one day that's going to show up. I'd love to be the guy to find it. Also came with the shoes, ID chart to ID aircraft, and I've got wings from the Army Air Corps. Pretty cool stuff. Got a Coleman stove. That was $5. I've had these in the past. It's kind of neat that they still has a little bit of a box left to it. The block and tackle here, really cool. I could see repurposing this, hook that to like a light fixture, and you could bring the rope over and raise or lower it. Kind of cool. But only $3 on that. Somebody will figure out something to do with that. Got a bunch of prints. Got 5 prints. Person had a whole big stack of them, and it said $20 a piece. So I picked out 5 of them, and I said, how about $80 for the 5? And they said okay. Let me go over some of them with you. This is a Baltimore scene. Got the shot tower in the back, marked Roche or Roche 27. Paul Roche, pretty well-known listed artist, and he only did his etchings in editions of 50 and 100. So it's possible this is only one of 50 that was made back in 1927. So how many of those can still be around? Probably put around 150 or so on this to see what happens. Maybe somebody that likes the artist, or somebody that wants an old Baltimore scene, that'll appeal to them. This is a nice etching done by Consuelo Hanks. Pretty early in the edition, only 4 out of 850. Nicely done sailboat. That should bring around 100. The Remingtons could be sleepers. Old Remington prints can bring good money. They've been beat to death. Probably early 1900s. Need to be reframed. But overall the prints are in pretty good shape. I'm sure I could look up and see what the titles of these were. I can see the one guy reaching for his gun, the other guy saying don't do it. And this is a pretty neat one here. A bunch of guys sleeping at the end of the trail, at the hard day on the trail. Nice how he, even though it's a print, you can still see his attention to detail and the way the light reflecting off the saddle and the figures. Got another one down the end here. Thought that might be an original, but turns out it's a print. Nothing that great. Pop figures. Never had these before, but I forget how many is here. But this entire lot was $80, and some of these bring decent money. Sackboy, never even heard of Sackboy before. But here's a Daryl Dixon Walking Dead. We'll list these individually, and there's a Deadpool figurine. We'll list them individually and see how they do. Love the Eagle, and this is actually Sirocco with the date of 1958. And it really surprised me when I looked this thing up. It was $20, and I thought, let me look it up. Looked it up, and these things consistently bring around $150. It's going to be a pain to ship, but for $150, I can deal with that. Porter cable. Saw the big box, thought it might be a whole bunch of tools in here, but it's just a sander. Got this for 25 bucks, and it looks like it's brand new. Looks like it's never been used. Looked them up. They're bringing around $80 or so. When it comes time to ship this, I'll probably just wrap the outside in some cardboard and send it on its way. Last piece to show you. How cool is this guy? Little donkey pedal car. I don't know if you'd call it a pedal car, but 25 bucks on him. He's seen better days. Hopefully he'll clean up a little bit. One just sold on eBay for $50 because the shipping is just so high. I think, yeah, we'll clean them up a little bit and see what we can do with them. So there you go. Keep an eye on my store, Terminal 99, which is where most of this stuff will be appearing over the next week or two. So till next time, this is Will, Yard Sale Survivalist, and get out there and do a little picking this weekend. It should be a good one. We'll talk again soon.